Driving while intoxicated, understand the facts about drugs and alcohol, Part 5. Laws governing teen drivers. If a person under the age of 21 is caught driving while inebriated, they will likely also be prosecuted with alcohol possession and consumption. Many states allow this even if you don't have any alcohol on you or in the car, since you still possess the alcohol that is in your blood. Young drivers must keep in mind that the legal BAC limit for adults does not apply to those under the age of 21. If you are detected operating a vehicle when underage and have any detectable amount of alcohol in your blood, you will be convicted of driving under the influence. Simply taking too much cough medicine, or accidentally ingesting mouthwash could result in a DUI conviction. Every state approaches limiting teen drinking and penalizing minor DUI offenders slightly differently. To be on the right side of the law, make sure you read everything carefully. You can be sure that teenage drinking and DUI charges will be dealt with quickly and harshly no matter where you live in the United States. Teenage drunken driving is still a major concern, but it is less common than it was 10 or 20 years ago. Due in large part to stricter alcohol laws, young drivers may be less likely than adult drivers to engage in drunk driving, but if they do, they still have a much higher risk of dying in an accident. Adverse effects of intoxicated driving. Driving while intoxicated by alcohol or drugs has many potential negative outcomes beyond being hurt, killed, or arrested. A driver's life can be radically changed by being involved in a drunk driving accident, and it is never for the better. If you are stopped and found guilty of DUI, the consequences of your behavior will follow you around for a very long time. This frequently entails rejected applications for jobs and colleges, massive financial cost, lawyers, fines, property damage, court costs, social issues, lost friendships, being treated differently by your family and the wider community, behavioral health issues, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, lost the ability to drive. You have a lot to lose if you drive while intoxicated, but you have nothing to gain by doing so. Thankfully, there is a wonderfully easy way to shield oneself from these terrible repercussions: never drink and drive. Preventing drunk driving. You wouldn't try to drive when you had a broken limb or were terribly sleep deprived, and you should have the same zero-tolerance policy when it comes to driving while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. There are always alternatives to drinking and driving, so nobody is forced to do it. Planning beforehand is essential if you want to stay sober and avoid driving to an event that may entail alcohol. Never give your car keys to an intoxicated person. Instead, designate a sober driver, hire a cab, or stay the night at a friend's place, especially if you are the drunk person. As you'll see throughout this video, drugs and alcohol can skew a person's judgment to the point where they make careless decisions, such as driving themselves home after drinking. There is a cause for the frequent regret that follows a night of drinking. You are not the same person when you use drugs or alcohol. You are not the same person when you are sober. The only decision that is completely safe when it comes to consuming alcohol is not to drink at all.